2 boxes from CGC. Let's go inside and open them up. Right there. Just in time. Okay, let's start. I'm going to save a little time for everybody. I have 2 boxes that just arrived, as you know. And I have a church beer and a nice meat lovers pizza slice. So I'm going to eat that, drink the beer, open the first box, which are 25 Autographed Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1s. They're all silver edition. I'm just going to save a little bit of time, tell you how I did on them, and then move on to the box of 25 comics that are vintage comics, all the way from 1944, I think, up. So we'll see how we did. Stay tuned. Pizza's good, King of Donair. So I opened up that box. And that's what we have. Thank you to Kevin, the Comic Doctor. He cleaned and pressed all of my old autograph copies. So another 17 9.8s that came out of that last shipment of 25. So 8 of them weren't the highest grade, which gives me a grand total, for those counting, I have 59 of these, and probably still more that are ungraded sitting around. But anyways, on to the next, which is the vintage box that we're going to be opening in about a minute. Well, this should be fun, because I love vintage comics. My favorite, I guess, are the Canadian editions from back in the day. Canadian price variants too. So I'm going to open this box. And again, Kevin, Comic Doctor, cleaned and pressed all of these. There's 25. And I think it took overall for these 125 comics that I've had now, got them back over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They took over 2 months, roughly. So no particular order here. Just go with the flow. Pizza's calling my name. All right, we'll start with, get situated here. A rare comic. This is Boys Ranch. And this is the Canadian variant, or I should say it's the Canadian edition. This came out by Super Publications, graded a 6.5. There's only one more on the population report, and I don't know about that one for sure. It says it's a 9.6, and to be honest with you, I don't think it existed until I sent this in and emailed them about 2 weeks ago that they should pay attention to it because there was no pop report on it. So I don't know where the 9.6 magically occurred, but there you have it. Boys Ranch #1 from 1950. Next, another rare Canadian edition. This is Arizona Kid #1. Same scenario. I did not see anything on the pop report for a Canadian edition by Superior Comics. So I sent this in, figuring I would have the only one, and establish the pop report. But now magically there's a 9.6 up there. So don't know where it came from. There you have it. Arizona Kid #1. Tough book to find. Made in Canada. This one is one you don't see very often. I thought you would, but it's a Charlton comic, Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds #30 from 1962. It's in a 4.5. Of note, this guy, he looks very similar to Creature from the Black Lagoon. And so it's a sought-after comic but I think my notes say that there's only a pop of 3 at CGC, and there's one higher. Nice book. Next, one you don't see very often, a 1954 Broadway Hollywood Blackouts, a Stan Hall publication from 1954. This is issue number 1, black cover. Not worth a heck of a lot, but 5.5, looks good on the wall. Sell that. Find a good home for it. And Monster of Frankenstein number 1. Lots of them out there. Popular comic. Just sitting around, figured I'd send it in. Good high grade. Next. A little heavier bundle. Oh, if you're noticing the things hanging around comics, I switched that wall up. I think I told somebody I'd put something red up. Also, these are my Fun Pack. Funpack.ca. So 5 comics per pack. And if you go to funpack.ca with Shopify, it tells you what I priced them at. And you can order them if you're in Canada. The only way I sell them on to the USA, actually, and I haven't really been pushing it to the USA, but is on eBay. So funpack.ca, 5 comics. I use high-grade comics from my collection. And pretty much they're all different. The way I priced it is that you see the value and everything else is free. Basic. Anyway, on to the next. Oh, also Alien Gold. It's on Amazon. That's book 2. And that was my first attempt. The Golden Boys. Next. Secrets of Sinister House number 9. In a nice high grade 9.4. I do have notes on this one. I think there's only 9 higher. Beauty. And I sent 2 of these in. The other one came back pretty high. 8.5. Nice vampire kind of image on the front. Gray tone cover. House of Secrets. Very, very popular cover. In a nice high grade 8. Off-white to white. The hockey players, ghosts, skeletons. And another House of Secrets. This one popular. Gray tone skull on the cover. This is number 105 from 1973. I sent this nice Western in, All-American Western, number 122. Came back a 6. And that's from 1951. I don't think there's many of those graded. I checked my notes. There's only 5 graded of that. Here's a popular one. It's been sitting around in my collection for quite some time. Batman 227. Now, almost all of these comics will be going up for sale. I'll either put them on eBay or the Facebook groups that I'm a member of. Nice one. Black cover. Kind of a mid-grade 5. Love my Dells. Dell. Roy Rogers and Trigger, number 92. 9.4. And this one here is, what do we have? Roy Rogers is the top pop. Highest graded ever. 9.4. Love that one. Thanks, Kevin. Did a good job on that. There's another Western a show that I always like to watch, relaxing. The Rifleman, number 5, Dell Publishing, 1960, in a 9.6. And this one is the Top Pop, none higher. Beauty. White cover, photo cover. Here's one of my favorites. Because it's Canadian, I guess. Anyways, the Dell publication, King of the Royal Mounted. This was done in 1956. This is also a 9.4 and is the Top Pop. Beauty. That's like 3 in a row. Here we have a very popular book. I've only graded it once before. John Wayne. That's probably the most popular cover that he's on. The Searchers. 4-color 709 from 1956. Sold my other one. Now I have this one. All right, the last of the bunch. I think we'll save the interesting one for last. I'll put it on the bottom. I've seen it. All right. Get through these as quick as I can. I know you got other things to look at. Dracula, Dell Publishing, no number 1962. I think I got a few of these. This was, I think, the best one, but another Dell. Wolfman, no number 1963. All 12 centers. Loved this one as a kid. Fantastic Voyage, Gold Key in a 6.5, 1967. Great movie. I think they're remaking it. This is popular. Gold Key, King Kong from 1968 in a 6.5. Here we have an 80-page giant. It's square bound, as I recall. Yes, square bound. Features Superman and some stories. This is from 1965. 80-page giant number 6. And that one, it had notes on it, but I don't seem to have them close. Next. Love this one. Beautiful reds and whites. Archie Giant Series magazine from 1955 is an 8.5 with white pages. That's been in my collection for quite some time. A 35-cent price variant, which means, for those that don't know, that's a Canadian edition. 8.5 white pages, and as I recall in my notes, it is the highest graded. Not very many of them around. I think there's one more, but that's the highest graded. So we have 4 highest graded on CGC already in the order. Here's an interesting one that I got, I think, down in the valley back a while ago. Giant Comics number 2, a Charlton Romance edition from 1957. And that's Tab Hunter, by the way, on the back. 3.5. You just don't see these around. Rare. Here's a nice oldie. I remember getting this from Jim, a friend of mine. Target Comics. That's basically version 7, number 9. So that's the 7th year I think they did these. I'm not sure on that, but it's Novelty Press from 1946. Beautiful reds, 7. That's a high grade. And in the population report, there's only 3 higher on that one. Nice 1940s comic. Another 1940s comic. This is Target. Again from Jim, nice 10 center. This is the same year, number 2. And it's in a 6.5. Very popular cover because of the hockey players. And if you're in Canada, that's why. And this also, population report shows 3 higher. Nice one. Lastly is the comic I got, again, down in the valley here in Nova Scotia. I remember a post on Facebook on one of the marketplace, I think it was, and it was a group of comics, and he was taking offers, and I think I paid $100 for a bunch of comics. They're not in great shape at all, but I did see one that was interesting to me, and it's this one, and it was in really terrible shape, really ripped and tattered, and I counted all the pages, and I was pleased that it looked good on the inside, but a lot of page tears. So one of the missions for Kevin was to make this look a little bit better, send it in a CGC on this order, and see what came back. Here it is. If you're familiar with Canadian whites, this is a Canadian white and a key issue, one that you don't see very often ever. Lightning Comics, number 10. Feature publication, Canadian edition, and I don't think there was another. I think it was just Canada. It's in a 1.8 with white pages from 1944. Hopefully you can see it there. Very, very rare comic. I'd call it scarce if that was a better word for it. But anyways, pleased to have that on my collection. I might sell that, not sure. We'll see. Anyways, that's it. Enjoy the day, have some fun. I'll switch up the ball for the next video. And I gotta eat my pizza.